Welcome to today's practice. Today we are going to start in a kneeling position, so find a comfortable position to sit, and let's begin by closing our eyes. Begin to connect to the way that you're breathing. Sensing the movement of breath passing through the nostrils. And catch the in-breath as it enters the nostrils, passing through the throat, the upper chest, sides of the ribs, back of the body, the abdomen. So watch the whole journey. Then exhaling naturally, normally. Inhaling again, watching the entire journey of breath. Now let's bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the abdomen. And watch them being pushed as you breathe. You might notice that the chest expands first or the abdomen instead. This practice is based on Anahata chakra, which is the heart energy, the energy of love, of compassion, of gratitude. And more than giving you information about it, we will aim to practice from the heart. So we will begin by asking ourselves, where is love to be found? Where have you sought it? Where have you found it? And really connect to your heart space, not the physical one, but the energetic, spiritual one. And know and see all of the places where you have found yourself, love, life. And with this acknowledgement, begin to also notice where you are. Beyond anywhere that you think love is to be found. Beginning to cultivate it inside yourself. Anahata is connected to the air element, air. And just like air, love is free. And it cannot be seen, but it can only be felt. Find it in yourself. Big breath in, air moving through the nostrils, throat, chest, mid-rib cage, back, front belly. As you exhale, sigh it out. Let's begin by sending the palms into the heart, prayer position. If you would like to set an intention for the practice, please do so. This practice is as if you were inviting yourself on a first date and you choose how to get treated. So treating yourself in this practice as a statement of your own self-worth, your own respect for yourself and love for yourself and care for yourself. I am loved and loving. Let's inhale together to chant Om. Round the palms against each other, create heat in your hands. Maintain the eyes closed. Now create space between your palms. Take the hands to the eyes. Take a big in breath. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. Begin to open the eyes, spread the fingers. Let's release the arms to the sides and begin to lift the sitting bones off the heels. Stack your shoulders over your hips and your hips over the knees. And we will begin by sending the palms out and the thumbs as far back as they can go. And then we'll bring the palms in with the thumbs facing back, so the palms almost want to face towards the front of the room. And we'll do this a few times. So as you inhale now, open up the palms, take the chest into an expansive position, throat forward, chin up. And now as you exhale, keep your core engaged, lean back and switch to the position of the hands as you lean back. Keep your core super strong. Inhale to create a back bend and exhale to lean back. The arm position moves in every time that you breathe. Inhale and exhale, take it back. Inhale forward. Now we will create the same position in the hands as you lean back, but cross the left arm over the right and inhale, take the arms all the way up. As you exhale, stretch your torso towards your right side of the room. Inhale, center. As you exhale, begin to release the fingertips forward as you lean back. Fingertips face down towards you. And then release the hands. Inhale to move forward. Open up the chest. Exhale, lean back. 3 times. Palms face out. Inhale. Arms wide out, chest expansive. Exhale, lean back, core engaged. Inhale, forward. And this time as you lean back, cross right hand on front of the left. Inhale, open up the chest, gaze up. As you exhale, stretch over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, back. Inhale, open up. And now we'll switch forward into a child's position. Knees underneath your chest and not too wide. And we will begin to create a few spinal undulations. So press with the hands. The knees will stay down the whole time. Begin to lift the tailbone and the sitting bones as you create space in the lower back, the whole of the upper body, and the hips will be moving on top of the knees. And as you inhale, you let the pelvis soften downwards towards the floor. You can always micro-bend the elbows to expand your chest forward. And as you exhale, push back into child's pose again. So we will do that a couple of times. On your in-breath, wave your spine open. And as you exhale, reaching the sitting bones back, softening the forehead down. Inhale, last time. Unraveling your spine forward, bending the elbows, and this time begin to descend your pelvis down, lower ribs down, pressing through the tops of the feet, adjusting the hands if they need to go slightly further forward, shoulders hike in for Cobra. Prepare your spine by activating and awakening the muscles in the lower back. And a few times today we will move from Cobra to Up Dog, so the inhale will be quite slow. And the knees can always be down if normal Up Dog with the arms extended and the knees lifted feels too much. Let's exhale back to Child's Pose, but this time tuck the toes down. Downward facing dog at the end of your exhalation. Pedaling your legs, doing any movements that are needed. As you begin to get settled into your first down dog, of the day perhaps. We'll inhale to extend the right leg all the way up to the sky. Let the left heel lift as well. Bend the right knee. It's like a yawn for the leg. And as you exhale, begin to send your right thigh in towards the chest. Round the spine like square cat. Gaze forward in between your hands and step the right foot forward towards the right thumb. Place your left knee down. We will do the same position that we did before. So as you inhale, circle the arms all the way up, cross the left hand on top of the right, and inhale to reach the arms up, creating a mild back bend here so the pelvis moves forward, the right heel presses back and the left knee presses forward. And now as you exhale, stretch your torso over to the right hand side, gaze over the left. Inhale to move to center, and exhale to release the fingertips all the way forward, face them in towards your chest and release the hands down. Fingertips down, tuck the back toes. Inhale, strong back leg, lift the back knee, open up the chest. As you exhale, plant the palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, as a wave, undulate forward into plank. Knees down, chest in between the hands. Slow descend and chin down. Hug the elbows in. Place the tops of the feet on the floor, and now with the help of your hands, slide forward, so hovering your chest off the floor, finding cobra. Extending the arms, moving back into downward facing dog. So easy at the beginning, left leg reaches up and left knee, right heel rises. As you exhale, send the left thigh towards the chest, gaze forward, step the left foot forward, place the right knee down and tuck the back toes. Inhale, right hand on top of the left, thumbs face down at the beginning and then all the way up. Bend the elbows, create an open chest, open heart. Exhale, stretch over to the left, gaze up. Inhale, center. Exhale, the arms begin to release. Hands touch down, fingertips down, tuck the back toes. Inhale, right knee lifts, open the chest. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, and inhale to create space in the lower back, middle back, upper back as you spiral into plank. And now send the knees down, chest in between the hands, chin down, tops of the feet down. Inhale, press the hands down so your chest is floating forward and upwards. Upward facing dog, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Exhale. 5 breaths here. So at the beginning, you can always have the knees generously bent. For this class, as it's based on back bend, you can always create a back bend action in the spine here by sending your chest towards the thighs. Or you can take any other variation. Big breath in, but let it be active so your hands are pushing the floor away. And slowly begin to walk the feet forward one at a time, one step at a time. So the mind normally makes us rush, makes us want to get done with things, but the heart takes it slow, hands to shins. Inhale, flatten up the spine as you will find halfway lift. And as you exhale, begin to fold. If you're able to align your fingertips with the toes, please do so. If not, don't worry. As you inhale, microman the knees to rise all the way up, palms overhead. As you exhale, bring the palms to the heart. The feet can be as wide as the hips. Now begin to lower the chin towards your chest. As you inhale, draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. And as you exhale, bring the chin back to chest. Now inhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Stretching the side of the neck, exhale back to center. We'll repeat the same over to the left hand side. So the left ear moves towards the left shoulder and the right arm reaches over to the left wall. Exhale, fingertips down, chin to chest. Right hand side, ear to shoulder, left arm over to the right. Exhale down. Chin to chest. Over to the left, inhale. Right fingertips reach over to the left. Left ear to left shoulder. But now begin to take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Option 1 is to stay here. Option 2 is to reach your right foot out to the right hand side with the big toe down on the floor. And the next option is to lift the right foot off the floor as you really stretch out to the left hand side. Just for one more inhale. With your exhale, send the right foot down, left ear to shoulder, gaze down, chin to chest, right hand descends. And then let's do the other side, so right ear to right shoulder. Left arm over to the left hand side. Begin to take your gaze up towards the ceiling. Right hand can be sliding down on that leg. Reach your left foot out, left big toe down on the floor, or lifting the left foot off the floor. So beginning to create a sense of balance here. Left foot down, returning to the mat. Gaze down, chin to chest, left arm returns. Let's inhale to reach the arms up overhead, thumbs back, ring fingers high. Exhale to fold all the way down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift through the spine, inhale. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, extending the arms all the way up overhead, rising. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, lengthening through the sideways as the arms reach up. Exhale, all the way down, swan dive forward. Flat back, inhale, feet active, pressing outwards. Sitting bones moving out, away from each other, exhale to fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, inhale, extending the arms up. Exhale, dive. Fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Bend the knees, step the feet back, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, forward into plank, undulating the spine. Knees, chest and chin down. Pause the breath. Inhale through cobra to up dog. Either knees lifted off the floor, active glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises, right knee bends, left heel rises. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, gaze forward and step the right foot forward towards the right thumb. Left knee down. Let's repeat what we did before. Inhale, arms up. Find your position of the arms. You can always modify if this doesn't feel right. Exhale, reach over to the right side bend. Centering as you inhale. Now you might tuck the back toes, slide the left knee further back. Exhale, begin to extend the front leg, point the right toes up. Send the arms back, shoulder blades squeeze. Inhale, bend the right knee, find your arms again, hands touching. And as you exhale, sitting bones back, arrowhead, arms, crown of the head forward. Inhale, this time reach the arms up, left knee rises. And as you exhale, begin to send the fingertips forward and in. Send the right forearm to the right thigh. Place the left heel in, so left foot parallel to the back of the mat. And as you inhale, extend the left arm all the way up alongside the left ear. As you exhale, draw horizon with the left hand all the way back. Gaze down and inhale to reverse. Right arm painting the ceiling, left arm behind you or on the leg. As you exhale, windmill the hands to the floor, place your fingertips down and inhale. Press the pelvis down as the left thigh reaches up. As you exhale, find down dog. Bending knees, inhale, undulate the spine forward. Knees, chest and chin down. From cobra to up dog, so knees can be down or up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up, right heel lifts, bend the left knee. Exhale, left thigh to chest. Take the gaze forward, step the left foot forward, right knee down. Untuck the back toes, inhale, rise gracefully and open. Exhale, left side stretch. Gaze over to the right, inhale, center. Exhale, begin to tuck the back toes, send the right knee further back if you need to, arms back. So we will do this 2 more times. Big inhale. Don't worry too much about the arms. Always focusing more on the foundation. Exhale, arms back. Big inhale, so strong foundation. Exhale, back. As you inhale, bend the left knee. Right knee will lift as you inhale and the arms reach all the way up. As you exhale, begin to send the fingertips forward. Left forearm to left thigh. Right heel in alignment with the left foot, and inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm all the way back, gaze down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Lift the back heel, inhale, fingertips down. Active muscles of the right quad, shoulders away from the ears. Place the palms down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, foot into plank. Exhale, send the knees down. Now you might be able to lift the toes up towards the sky, so bending the knees. And exhale, begin to bend the elbows. Send the chest in between the hands, chin down. Pause here for a moment, inhale. Hugging the elbows in, exhale. Now begin to inhale to shimmy your chest forward, cobra. Now send the arms back, palms facing out, and now begin to lift the legs. As you exhale, draw the palms in and back and out. Inhale, spiral the arms open. Exhale, spiral the arms in. One more time, inhale, arms open. Exhale, soften, forehead down. As you inhale, begin to find cobra to up dog. As you exhale, find downward facing dog. 5 full deep breaths here. So being in the heart, moving beyond any mind's constructs or opinions. And it's really important here that you know that your body will never judge you for not being able to do a posture like someone else, but it will definitely judge you for not honoring yourself. As you inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky, bend the right knee. Let this be a yawn with the hip. You can keep your shoulder square and the left heel begins to lift. And now begin to press the hands down and away from the floor as you gaze over to the right thigh, reaching as far away. Right toes wanting to point towards the front of the room. And now take your gaze down around the spine. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. Step the right foot forward in between the hands. Place the left knee down. Once again, we repeat. Inhale, the arms reach all the way up. Create a back bend. As you exhale, stretch over to the right hand side. Gaze over to the left. Breathe here for 3. To maintain the legs active, press the front heel back and the back knee forward, squeezing them towards the midline. And as you inhale, return to center. As you exhale, tuck the back toes and begin to send your sitting bones back as the arms reach back. Now, interlace the fingers. Press the knuckles away from your spine, shoulder blades squeeze, and begin to bend the right knee. Now the pelvis moves slightly forward. The heart is expansive, the shoulders away from the ears. Option 1 is to be here. Option 2 is to bring that left heel in towards your left buttocks. Toes can point up or back, and this creates a little bit more stability in our stance. Arms maybe reaching a little higher. As you exhale, begin to send the toes down, sitting bones back. Adjusting anything you need here. Your hands can go down. Your right knee can always be micro bent if you tend to lock it and it creates uneasiness in your knee. Now begin to release the hands. As you inhale, find a high lunge, arms all the way up. Let's breathe here as you press the hands towards one another and reach them even higher. So you're totally framing your ears with the upper arms, leaning slightly back. Big breath in, right knee over heel, big breath out. Last big breath in. Begin to unfurl the arms as your right forearm touches the right thigh. Left heel in. Inhale, left arm alongside the ear. Take your gaze down, exhale. Inhale, take your gaze up. Exhale, soften your gaze down. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, windmill the hands all the way down. Left hand stays where it is, square your hips. Inhale, right arm reaches up, fingertips active. Left thigh active. Left toes completely curled down and pressing down. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. In breath here. Left knee touches down on the floor. And now begin to send your arms all the way up towards the sky. And here you have a few options. One is to bend the back knee and to grab the foot, or simply reach back without grabbing the foot. Your top hand can either move behind the shoulder blades or behind your head, or it can simply be placed in the front leg. You can also invite the left heel slightly in. I don't personally like to do that too much, but invite it with your strength. And then release the left foot down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands all the way down. Tip your fingers down. Now, with your in-breath, keep the left knee down and send your right leg back into a three-legged tabletop. As you exhale, begin to bend the elbows as you send the chin down towards the floor. One option is to extend the right leg up towards the sky. Option two is to bend the left knee and maybe support the right thigh with your left foot. Release the left foot down. Inhale from Cobra to Up Dog. Release the left foot down and transition to Cobra. Now, bend the right knee, reach back with your right hand, either hold the right foot with your right hand or reach towards it without grabbing it. Left leg lifts. Keep the chest active as you push the right foot back, and that creates more expansion in your front body. And then lift the left arm forward. Now you can lift the right thigh up as you squeeze the legs towards one another. Find space in your chest. Left leg super active. Right leg hugging in towards the left. One more breath. Exhale and release the left hand down. Left leg, right hand by the side of the body. Forehead down. Let's switch. Bend the left knee. Left hand grabs the left foot or reaches towards it without grabbing it. Begin to lift the chest open. Right leg lifts. Right arm extends forward. And then begin to pull the left foot back as you create more buoyancy, more openness. See if you can align the right arm with the right ear and breathe here for 3, 4, 2. Last breath. Right hand down, right leg down. Release the left leg, place the arms into a T shape. Gaze over to the right hand side. Bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Lift the right leg up. Roll over to your left hand side, place the right foot behind you. If you don't feel much here, to intensify, you can always have the left arm in a bent position, but I find it too intense. Just one more breath. Keep the right leg opening out as in tree pose, and then slowly begin to mindfully come back to your center. Begin to extend the leg. As your torso touches the floor, your right leg stays active. And now reach your left arm forward and right arm forward as your right leg stays up. Left leg can be closer to the floor just for 3, for 2, for 1. Right leg down, arms in a T shape, gaze over to the left. Left hand slides underneath your left shoulder. Press the right leg down, left leg lifts. Place the left foot behind you, aligning your right hand with your right shoulder, or easing off to bend the elbow and to go into the other variation, decreasing or intensifying as needed. And now slowly begin to face your torso towards the mat as your left leg stays active and lifted. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches forward, lifting generously through the left leg for 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly bring the hands down underneath the shoulders, forehead down, tuck the toes. Moving in any way that you wish to downward facing dog, so inhale to back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Left leg rises all the way up, bend the knee, gaze over to the left, square the shoulders, lift the right heel. As you exhale, begin to take your gaze down, going in through the spine, round, press the floor away, step the left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, arms reach all the way up. Exhale, side bend, pressing through the left foot as you create space in the right side of the body, gazing up. Inhale to center. Exhale, shimmy your sitting bones back, arms back. Interlace fingers. And as you interlace the fingers, find space in the chest. Begin to bend the left knee. Open the heart, pelvis forward. Active legs. Hugging them towards the midline of the mat. And if you wish to bend the back knee and send the heel towards your knuckles, you can do so too. Your knuckles reaching down and back, or up and back. And then slowly send the foot down, sitting bones back, adjusting as needed, creating length continuously through the sides of the body, the neck. Bend the front knee, begin to release the arms, rise all the way up, big inhale. And big exhale here. Keeping everything active, even the corners of your mouth, the corners of your lips. Remember that you're practicing with your heart, not with your mind, not with your ego, not with pushing or forcing. Last inhale. Exhale, fingertips forward, left forearm to thigh, right heel in. Inhale. Extended side angle, Utthita Parsva Konasana. Exhale, gaze down. As you inhale, begin to gaze up. As you lean back, slightly gazing up. Exhale to take the gaze down. Inhale, soft elbow on the thigh. Exhale, gaze down. And inhale to rise all the way back into reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Right hand stays down, right heel lifted over the right toes. Inhale, left arm up. Breathing in. Arms in a T shape, breathing out. Firm through both legs, breathing in. Squaring through the hips, breathing out. Last full deep breath in. Last full deep breath out. Right knee touches down. Arms extend all the way up overhead. Big breath in. As you exhale, send the right arm back. Left hand to any position, and the right heel moves towards your hand. You can hold the foot, or you can maintain the active version. Left hand, remember, can take many different shapes, so it is important that the heart is open. Slowly begin to release the back foot, hands all the way down. Inhale, left leg back, three-legged tabletop. As you exhale, begin to invite your chest in between your hands and the chin down. Left leg lifting up towards the sky, maybe bending the right knee. Right foot supports the left thigh. Legs active. And inhale to move forward into Cobra. Exhale here, tops of the feet down. Now bend the knees. Options are to reach for the feet. Option to grab the ankles or the tops of the feet. And inhale to broaden through the whole front body as you push the feet back and the thighs up. Breathing here. Smiling. The most advanced of the postures is a smile. Legs reaching all the way up. Exhale, begin to release the thighs. Take a little break. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale into a half push-up or full push-up. Exhale, child's pose. Take a few moments here. Begin to press through the palms, take the gaze forward. Downward facing dog as you exhale. 5 breaths there. 5 breaths here. Beginning to step the feet forward one at a time, slow walk, gentle walk. Lengthening through the spine, we inhale, folding as you exhale. Rising all the way up as you inhale, bring the hands to the heart as you exhale. We'll do some standing balancing postures, so we'll begin to send the weight onto the left foot and the right knee lifts. Now we can help the right foot or the shin with the right hand to place the left foot on the left inner thigh or so. And align your right knee with the left leg if that's possible. Bring the palms into the heart. As you inhale, take your prayer up overhead. Either stay here or as you exhale, place a right forearm or a hand on the right thigh. Left fingertips reaching over to the right hand side of the room. Chin mudra optional. Thumb and index finger of the right hand touching. And now see if maybe your fingertips touch the right shin underneath in the back of the leg. And then guide that right knee forward, left arm up. As you exhale, we transition into dancers. Torso forward, right leg back and up. Creating space in your chest. An inner smile. And now keep the right leg as it is, reach the right arm forward. Extend the right leg, create a back bend here. Arms begin to reach back. Left knee can always bend. And then it begins to bend more and more until we land the right foot down. Place the hands down. Walk the hands towards the right edge of your mat and all the way towards the back of your mat, bending the back knee. A deep in breath here. Pressing onto the outer edges of the feet. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now walk the hands towards the back of the mat. We will do the same in the back of the mat. And step the back foot towards the foot that is in the back of the mat. Bend the knees, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms to the heart, exhale. Placing your weight onto the right foot, left knee rises. Accommodate your foot on the inner thigh or so. Left hand on heart or on thigh. And begin to open up the right arm over to the left. Maybe taking the gaze over to the right or up. Begin to send the left fingertips to the left shin in the back of the leg. And then send the left knee back as your torso reaches forward. Right elbow bend. If you don't have enough space like me, keep the left leg as it is. Micro bend the right knee. Begin to send the arms and back. Left leg begins to extend as you open up through the chest. Right knee bends, 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 until you touch the mat with your left foot. Place the hands down. Walk to the hands to the edge of your mat and all the way towards the front. Extend the back leg as you bend the front knee. Here is as if you wanted to lift the inner arches of the feet. And then inhale to center. So you are in a wide-legged stance, Prasarita Padottanasana. And if your hands touch the floor, begin to walk the hands in between the feet. You can widen the stance or shorten the stance. You can widen the stance. If your hands feel too far from the floor, you can grab the blocks. And if it's too easy for you to bring your crown of the head towards the floor, then you can bring the legs in. Now begin to walk the fingertips back. So they are moving in the direction away from the back of your head. Pressing the feet outwards, kneecaps lift, legs engage, sitting bones pressing away from one another. And slowly begin to send the hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale to create space, halfway lift. Toe heel the feet in. When the toes are facing out, you might need to lift the heels or keep the heels down to descend your sitting bones down into a squat. Bringing the palms towards the heart, lengthening through the back of the neck and the head. And for a moment, bring one hand to the shin and just copy what I do. Inhale, the arm, opposite arm reaches up and away into a side bend. And then you can swing that arm behind your back and maybe the fingertips will wrap around the inner thigh or wrap around the side waist. Lean onto the side in which you're side bending to. And then begin to release the arm from behind you, taking that arm in front of you, grabbing opposite shin, leaning over to the other side, pressing equally through both feet, and inhale to side bend. Knees wide as if they wanted to reach the wall behind you, and the top arm swings back. Create space for those fingertips to wrap around something, leg, side waist. And then slowly release. Send the arms back behind you, seat back, and extend the legs out into a V shape. The wider the legs, the harder it is to keep your foundation. So I would say don't go too wide. And bring the sole of one foot in. And first lift the foot. Grab the knee side with one hand and the foot side with the other hand. And begin to give yourself a little bit of a cradle. So giving care to your leg, to your foot. You can interlace the fingers around the foot and give the foot and the ankle a few circles, switching direction. And you can also place the sole of the foot in your upper arm. Some of you might be able to do this. And then cradle a little more. Finally placing the sole of the foot on the inner thigh of opposite leg. Shift your torso to face that leg. Sitting bones rooted. And begin to walk the hands in the direction of the sole of the foot alongside the leg. You might be able to grab the foot. Create length on the sides of the body. Exhale to fold in. Just one more breath here. We will move towards a side bend. So for the side bend, you can have your bottom hand on the inside of that leg or on top of that leg, and the top arm will reach in the same direction as the extended leg. Some of you might be able to grab the top of the foot and maybe the inside of the foot, and leaning over that leg as your bent knee still presses down towards the floor. One more breath here. Big breath out, gaze down. Begin to walk the hands back. Extending the front leg. Bring the other foot in. Creating a few cradles, holding the foot and the knee. And then maybe interlacing toes and fingers as you invite movement. And then onto the other side. Notice where there are any restrictions. And then bring the sole of the foot to the upper arm, perhaps. Interlacing fingers, cradling your leg. Placing the sole of the foot on the inner thigh. Lengthening, facing completely that leg as you begin to walk the hands forward. Folding here. So love can be sought in so many different forms and ideas. Sometimes we feel that when we're able to do this yoga posture, we might appreciate and love ourselves more. When we do this, when we do that, when we get a partner, when we get a house or more things, and all of them are places where we seek for what can only be found in our own ability to accept all that we are and do so with care. We do so with compassion. The bottom hand wraps on the inside of the leg and the top arm reaches away, gazing up. Taking any variation here. Taking the gaze down. Begin to come out of the posture. And now let's shift your legs into an extended position. You choose what place on your mat. But as you extend the legs, place the palms by the sides of your body. And place the palms by the sides of it. Place the palms by the sides of your body. Arms reach up, big inhale. And now see how much you can reach forward and up as you lean your torso forward, taking the gaze down. Continue to reach forward and continue to reach forward. Taking the gaze down, framing the ears with your arms. Exhale, fold. Hands can release. Get long on the sides of the body. Micro bend the knees if it's too much for you. One last breath. And then begin to walk the hands all the way back. Bend the knees here. Plant the soles of the feet down on the floor. Scoop the hips towards the heels and bring your elbows down. Now lift one side of your buttocks and place the hand underneath it with the palm facing down, and then lean onto the other side so the palm goes down, maybe the thumbs touching, and your glutes are right over the hands. The options here are to first drop the head back. See how this feels. If you have had whiplash or anything in the neck, it's best to stay either here or skip this posture and rest with the head down for a moment. Otherwise, let your glutes slide over the hands so they almost move towards the wrist as the crown of the head goes down. Keep squeezing the elbows towards one another and lift the heart open. You can extend the legs here, or you can keep the knees bent, or let the soles of the feet touch to send the legs out. And And then begin to press through the elbows. Lift the crown of the head of the floor and begin to bring the chin in, lifting up through the spine, releasing the hands down. And now bend the knees again, palms face one another, curl in through the spine, begin to unravel and undulate the spine towards the floor, very, very slowly. So just count 5 as you descend. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Now send the hands down. There's the one little last posture, and there will be 2 options. So one option is to do the same twice, and that would be index fingers towards the heels, feet as wide as the hips. Press through the palms down, press the back of the head down, hug the shoulder blades towards one another, and begin to inhale to lift the pelvis as you continue to squeeze the knees towards one another. Now either staying here or interlacing the fingers, creating a big knuckle with both hands as the knuckles move towards the heels, the legs hug in. Inhale here. Begin to release the hands, palms down, lower back down. You can give that one a go one more time, or send the fingertips up and face the tips of the fingers down towards the floor as you send the arms behind your head with the arms extended. Press the tippy fingers down on the floor so we just warm up the wrists, and the shoulders are towards the ears, and you're pushing the hands towards the back of your room. And now bend the elbows and place the fingers close to your shoulders, almost underneath your shoulders. Begin to hug the elbows in here. And now press through the feet, lift the pelvis, press through the hands, hug the elbows in, and lift to the crown of the head. So crown of the head down on the floor. Push through the hands, hug the elbows in. Either stay here for just 1 or 2 breaths, or begin to press yourself up. The arms move towards extended position, chest is open, and it's as if you wanted to pierce your chest in between the arms. The legs continue to hug in. Maybe they move a little bit more towards extension. Just one more inhale. Exhale, soften the head. Bring the back of the head down towards the floor with control. And now place one hand on the heart, one hand on the navel, soles of the feet together. Breathe here. Bring the knees towards one another. Cross the right leg on top of the left and have your right knee in towards the chest. Option 1 is scooping the hips over to the right and sending the legs over to the left. Otherwise, you can begin to lift the head, lift the shoulders, lift the palms face towards one another, maybe grabbing the tops of the feet, and then sending the left foot down, letting the left knee go all the way down, scooping the hips slightly to the right, and then keeping the right knee bent, sending the right foot over to the left. Right shoulder blade towards the floor, gaze over to the right. One option is to stay with the top knee bent, or you can also work that leg towards extended position. As you exhale, begin to rebend the top knee, come back to center, and cross the legs, center the pelvis, cross the left leg on top of the right, either scooping the hips over to the left and swaying the legs over to the right, or lifting the head, the shoulders, palms facing each other, and then grabbing the feet, bottom knee releases all the way down, and then scoop the pelvis to the left more and guide your foot over to the other side. Left shoulder blade towards the floor. slowly begin to release. So now you can either take Shavasana or you can take a few minutes in a sitting position of your choice. The arms move wide apart. Get comfortable. If you're able to breathe, it means that you are alive. And because you're alive, you are worth of this life. Whatever that is contained within your life is an expression of what you believe you deserve. So in these moments of quietude, of rest, it's when we truly demonstrate to ourselves that we do care, that we do deserve this. So with the acknowledgement of being deserving of this pause, knowing that it is you that can give yourself the words that you always needed to hear. Being the acknowledgement and the recognition that you crave to hear. Being the love that we have sought in so many different places without being able to hold it for long enough. Knowing that if we want others to see us, to love us, we must first see and love ourselves. Beginning to create little gentle movements on your fingertips and toes. Stretching the arms up overhead, taking a big in breath. Stretching and then bending the knees. Rolling over to your right hand side. And pushing yourself up towards the seated position. Bring the palms to the heart. Hiding your thumbs in between your eyebrows, let it mean what it needs to mean for you. hands to the lips. Hands to the heart. Pause here for a moment. Breathing into your heart with pure love. In yourself to be deserving of compassion, of happiness, of joy. We release any expectations about who we should be, while we truly honor who we are. Namaste.